Still got 3 more years.
Well, it's a credit to you. It's a credit to your whole team, to your family, everyone who supported you throughout the whole process. So, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, while we've been there, I just picked this up the other day, and I heard about something that was called a CHOP. And it confused me actually at the beginning, and only I'll tell you why, because I belong to CHOP actually in the city of Peekskill. And in the city of Peekskill, CHOP stands for Caring for the Homeless of Peekskill, of which I'm one of the board members. Mm-hmm. So when I heard CHOP and Dr. Becker is putting this on, I'm like, wait, what's going on? I haven't seen him at any of the meetings. And I realized that what it is it's the Cortland Heating Oil Plan.
Correct.
And I read in the paper, I got the mailer at home, but I think this is so important. And I think I'm going to leave this up to you. Explain what the Cortland Heating Oil Plan is. I think it's a great idea.
Dominic, what this is I was trying to find a way to effectively lower the price that our citizens would have to pay for fuel oil for their homes. And obviously when this started, which was last summer, oil was over $3 a gallon at the pump, and there was talk that it was going to be $4 and $5 for a gallon of heating oil. Fortunately, that has not occurred, but I was looking for a way locally to help that. And obviously, we're not going to affect OPEC or other national policies, so that we're not going to be able to affect a national change. But locally, I was trying to find out something we could do. So I started looking into the idea of oil co-ops, and I found one on Cape Cod called Reliance Oil. And that was a program where citizens got together and collectively negotiated the price of their home heating oil. And I thought, well, why can't a municipality do this? So I presented it to the town board. They were very supportive. We had our attorney, Tom Wood, investigate this, and we realized it was something that we could do. I based a lot of this on the Reliance program. And what this is a program where if you join the Cortland Heating Plan, or CHOP, you pay a $5 membership fee, mm-hmm. and with that we provide you with a list of participating companies.
Gotcha.
All of the companies, and I believe we have 6 or 7 right now, including Robeson and Economy and Castle and Buy-Right. And there are a few others that have joined in, and more will be joining, and I'll explain that in a minute. And what this does is we fix the price at 30 cents above the wholesale cost of oil. So whatever the oil company has to pay themselves.
Which is, they call it the rack price.
That's correct, the rack price. And we base it on their price in Peekskill, which is the Meehan's price.
Right.
And whatever that is, we allow the oil company 30 cents a gallon above that for their cost of delivering that fuel, for their manpower, their trucks,
billing and all
billing, and in addition, whatever profit.
So there's no financial liability on the town of Cortland
That's
itself.
correct. We don't buy oil, we don't sell oil. All we do is get the parties together at an agreed upon price, which is 30 cents above this rack or base price. Right. And all the companies will give it to you at that rate. There are certain rules you have to agree to, such as you must purchase a minimum of 150 gallons to make it worthwhile for the fuel company to come out and deliver.
Right.
There's a discount if you pay cash. On credit cards, there are additional fees that come into play. But basically, we estimate that you'll save 20 or 30 cents a gallon with this plan, and that over the course of a heating season, maybe $150 or $200.
Now, do you have to take out a contract with this plan with the town of Cortland, or with
no?
The
If you're a member, there's no contract to sign. You just call up whatever oil company, and you can switch companies at any time and just say, I'm a member of the plan, and you'll have your card that identifies you at the time of delivery, and you'll get that price.
And what about like a maintenance contract?
Those are separate. Some of the companies will offer you a discount as well on that. And the third area that I was very interested in, and Robeson takes a lead in this area, that they will give an energy audit for your home. Some of these are called NYSERDA energy audits. Oh, yeah. And it's a way of saving fuel. Some of them are simple ideas. I went through it just so I'd learn what's involved, such as insulating your hot water pipes and insulating your attic. Making sure cracks around windows and doors are sealed.
So you call them and they'll actually set up an appointment.
Right. Normally this would be several $100s to track down, but through the oil company co-op, they will, through CHOP, they'll sell to you for $49.95. And so for under $50, and if you can save 10% of your oil, that would be another substantial savings.
Sure.
My expectation, even now that the price has dropped, that midwinter And I just heard today OPEC is cutting down production because the demand is down.
Yeah.
I have no doubt that by winter the price will be up $3 to $3.50.
It's typical. If you look at the last, on my hand, I can count the last at least 4 or 5 years where it seems like right around the election, it seems like there was always a dip in prices.
Correct.
Whether it's because it's the post-summer and just leading up to the winter, but you're right. Within another month, I guarantee you those prices will start declining.
So there's no cap here. This does not provide you with a ceiling, but you will know that whatever the price of oil is, you're going to get the best price, probably 20 or 30 cents a gallon less than if you purchased it as an individual.
Can someone who's already with the company, are they allowed to break their existing contract in a sense?
It depends on the contract. Some contracts you can't break. Others, and many you can. Some of them will require you to buy out of the contract a matter of $200 or $300.
Right.
And you'd have to do the math to see what works best for you.
Because I heard there was earlier in the year, many of the companies had already started to contract at, let's say, because we were hearing the impending $4.50, $5, they were putting a cap at $4.25 and $4.50, and then all of a sudden the prices started to tumble, and that's when they said, "Wait a minute!"
Right.
A lot of people, consumers, were calling up and saying, "Hold on, you're gonna hold me at $4.25 and $4.50 when now it's only $2.25 or $2.50 a gallon."
The explanation the oil companies will give you is that when you committed, they committed.
Right.
That they said that they purchased that oil at that price for you and stored it. I don't know all the validity to that. I know that Andy Spano had called for, and others have called for the oil companies to let citizens out of that. I don't know how it'll come. The town of Cortland cannot get involved in that.
Right.
That's between you, your
yeah, because
attorney.
at a certain point, the town doesn't want to really get involved in almost. How many people, for example, are part of this program right
It's
now?
actually very satisfying. We had 13,000. We have about 13,000 homes in the town of Cortland, of which about 60% are heated by oil, the rest are gas, and this does not apply. Mm-hmm. Of those 60%, we've already had over 2,000 households sign up for it. So we're probably hitting 50% of the people who are eligible have signed up.
Beautiful.
And what's been so gratifying about the CHOP program is not only is it working in Cortland, but the success of it so quickly has spread, and it's now operative in Yorktown.
That was my next question, is that are other communities joining in on this?
Yorktown picked it up verbatim and just adopted the plan, and it's in effect already.
Wow.
Told Peekskill is going to try to have it up for next year. Mm-hmm. Putnam Valley, I spoke to Wendy Rechtel and the supervisor, Bob Tenny, and they're working on it now, and they're hoping to have it up this winter.
Try to get it up and running.
We're hoping that by next year that many of the towns will get together and that we can form a kind of a northern cooperative and to hold to the same price, but at least to maybe get even more companies involved.
I think the thing that I think you embody or embolden is in this, is that you were able to take what used to be just strictly a municipal entity, and now you've brought almost like the private business into the fold now. I think that's what's so, I don't want to say it's a negative way, but it's not scary, but it's almost, this could be bigger than you probably even think, or I'm sure I've already put thought to it.
I want to really be clear that I don't want to hurt any oil companies.
Right. No.
Almost all these companies are, I think all of them, are located in Westchester. They do business here. They pay taxes here. And they're small businesses, and we want to support them.
Right.
My hope is that we'll encourage people to use these smaller companies, maintain the local business.
I don't mean to say in a sense like to be a power broker that you can almost make demands.
Correct.
I'm talking about that you're working together with these companies, and if we can work together in the private sector now with just, let's say, oil, how much further can this go?
I think if people had ideas, I'm open to them.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that there's a lot besides, plowing our roads and doing the sanitation work that government can do to make people's lives a little easier.
Sure.
And, I come from a small business background, and I think that model of being somewhat entrepreneurial and frugal and having, in my case, a town board that's willing to do these things, I think there are a lot of things we can do out
Sure,
there.
because like I said, what you've done is you've taken the private sector, but then through the municipality or city or whatever it is, you've made them work together for a common goal. See, I mean, both sides are happy in this. It's not like one is being taken advantage of, and both of them are